Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into some of the most bizarre sports from around the world. You won't believe these actually exist. We're talking cheese, rolling down hills, wife-carrying competitions, and even underwater ironing. That's right, you heard me correctly. We scoured the globe to find the weirdest, wildest, and most unbelievable sports out there. So buckle up, smash that like button, and get ready to have your mind blown. Because these sports are seriously out of this world.
Okay, first up, we're heading over to the UK for a sport that's as cheesy as it gets. Literally. It's called cheese rolling, and it's exactly what it sounds like. People chasing a wheel of cheese down a steep hill. I'm talking about a seriously steep hill, guys. Like roll head over heels, break a bone kind of steep. And they're not chasing some little baby bell either. This is a big old wheel of double Gloucester cheese, clocking in at around 7 to 9 pounds. Imagine hundreds of people sprinting, tumbling, and basically becoming human bowling pins, all for the glory of catching a runaway wheel of cheese. The first one to the bottom wins the cheese, which I guess is pretty cool. But let's be real. The real prize here is bragging rights. Can you imagine telling people you're the reigning champion of cheese rolling? That's a conversation starter right there. This event happens every year at Cooper's Hill in Gloucestershire, England, and people actually travel from all over the world to participate. They've got ambulances on standby at the bottom of the hill because, let's be honest, things can get pretty wild. I mean, we're talking about a sport where the cheese itself usually crosses the finish line before any of the competitors. That's how intense this thing gets. All right, next up, we're heading over to Finland, the land of saunas and apparently wife-carrying. Yes, you heard that right. Finland is not just about beautiful landscapes and relaxing saunas. It's also home to one of the quirkiest sports you'll ever come across. You heard that right. Wife-carrying is an actual sport, and it's as strange and entertaining as it sounds. Imagine the thrill and the laughter as couples take on this unique challenge. Basically, you strap your wife, girlfriend, or really any willing or maybe not so willing female companion onto your back and navigate an obstacle course. It's a test of strength, endurance, and teamwork. We're talking log hurdles, water hazards, you name it. The course is designed to test your agility and balance, making it a true adventure for both participants. The rules are pretty straightforward. The woman has to be over 17 years old and weigh at least 108 pounds. This ensures a fair competition and adds to the challenge. And if you drop her, well, let's just say you get a time penalty. Ouch. It's not just about speed. It's about maintaining your balance and keeping your partner safe. Now, you might be thinking, where on earth did this crazy sport come from? It's a question that has intrigued many. Well, legend has it that it originated back in the 19th century, and there are a few different stories about its origins. Each tale adds a layer of mystery and charm to the sport. One story says it was inspired by a bandit named Herkko Rosvo Ronkainen, who made his men run through the forest carrying heavy sacks of loot. This tale gives the sport a rugged, adventurous edge. Another theory links it to an old Finnish courtship ritual. This version adds a romantic twist, suggesting that the sport has roots in love and tradition. Whatever its origins, wife-carrying has become a global phenomenon. It's fascinating to see how this quirky sport has captured the imagination of people worldwide. There are now wife-carrying competitions all over the world, from Australia to the United States. Each event brings its own flavor and excitement, making it a truly international sport. And the granddaddy of them all, the wife-carrying World Championships, held annually in Sonkajärvi, Finland. This event is the pinnacle of the sport, attracting the best competitors from around the globe. The winners get the wife's weight in beer, which seems like a pretty good deal to me. It's a fun and fitting reward for such a unique competition. So if you're looking for a unique way to test your relationship and your upper body strength, wife-carrying might be the sport for you. It's a blend of fun, challenge, and a whole lot of love. All right, guys, get ready to have your minds blown because this next sport takes multitasking to a whole new level. You might think you've seen it all, but trust me, you haven't seen anything like this. I'm talking about extreme ironing, a sport that combines the thrill of adventure with the mundane task of, well, ironing. Imagine taking your ironing board to places you wouldn't even dream of visiting. That's right, folks. These brave souls trek to the most remote, dangerous, and downright bizarre locations imaginable, all to get their ironing done. It's not just about the ironing, it's about the journey and the challenge. We're talking underwater ironing, mountaintop ironing, even skydiving ironing. Yes, you heard that correctly. People actually iron while free-falling from thousands of feet in the air. I mean, picture this. You're scaling a sheer cliff face, battling gale force winds, and all you can think about is getting those pesky wrinkles out of your shirt. It's a test of skill, balance, and sheer determination. That's the dedication of an extreme ironer, my friends. They are not just ironing, they are conquering nature and proving that no wrinkle is too tough. This crazy sport started back in 1997 with a guy named Phil Shaw. He wasn't just an ordinary guy. He was an adventurer at heart. He was facing a mountain of ironing after a long trip and thought, hey, wouldn't it be more fun to do this on a mountain? And just like that, a wild idea turned into a global sensation. And thus, extreme ironing was born. What started as a quirky idea has now become a full-fledged sport with a dedicated following. Since then, it's become a global phenomenon, with extreme ironing clubs popping up all over the world. From the UK to the USA, and even in remote corners of the globe, people are embracing this unique sport. These guys and gals have ironed their way through jungles, deserts, and even on top of Mount Everest. The extremes they go to are simply mind-boggling. They've even got their own governing body, the Extreme Ironing Bureau, which sets the rules and regulations for the sport. This ensures that every ironing adventure is both safe and standardized. And what are those rules, you ask? Well, they're surprisingly simple. You have to iron a shirt in a remote location, and it has to be documented with a photograph. That's it. But don't let the simplicity fool you. The execution is anything but easy. The photograph is crucial because it serves as proof of your daring feat. Without it, your extreme ironing adventure doesn't count. So if you're looking for a sport that's equal parts adventurous and absurd, look no further than extreme ironing. It's the perfect blend of thrill and practicality, making it one of the most unique sports out there. All right, get your snorkels ready because we're diving into the murky world of bog snorkeling. This isn't your typical underwater adventure. It's a journey into the heart of the swamp. This sport takes place in, you guessed it, bogs, those muddy, peat-filled swamps that you usually try to avoid at all costs. But for some, these bogs are the ultimate playground. But not these athletes. They embrace the muck and grime, donning their flippers and diving headfirst into the murky depths. It's a test of endurance, strength, and a bit of madness. The goal? To swim 2 lengths of a 60-yard bog trench as quickly as possible. It sounds simple, but the reality is far from it. Oh, and did I mention they have to do it without using any conventional swimming strokes? That's right, folks. It's all about the power of the flipper in this sport. Imagine trying to propel yourself through thick, muddy water with just your legs. Bog snorkeling originated in the small town of Llanfrotid Wells in Wales, a place that seems to have a knack for inventing bizarre sports. This quaint town has become the epicenter of this unusual activity. The first competition was held in 1976, and it's been a beloved tradition ever since. What started as a quirky local event has grown into an international phenomenon. Every year, hundreds of people from all over the world flock to this tiny Welsh town to participate in this gloriously messy event. It's a testament to the human spirit and our love for the unusual. They come in all shapes and sizes, some in elaborate costumes, others in just their swimsuits, ready to brave the bog and compete for the coveted title of Bog Snorkeling Champion. The creativity and enthusiasm are truly infectious. And trust me, it's not as easy as it looks. The physical challenge is immense and the mental fortitude required is just as significant. The water is murky, the peat bogs are thick and unforgiving, and there's always the risk of encountering some unexpected wildlife along the way. It's a true test of one's grit and determination. But hey, that's all part of the fun, right? The camaraderie, the laughter, and the shared experience of conquering the bog make it all worthwhile. So, if you're looking for a unique challenge and don't mind getting a little dirty, bog snorkeling might be the sport for you. It's an adventure like no other, promising memories that will last a lifetime. Last but not least, we've got a sport that's a true knockout, chess boxing. This is one for the ages, folks. It's a bizarre and brilliant fusion of brains and brawn where competitors duke it out in the ring and then try to outmaneuver each other on the chessboard. I mean, talk about a mental and physical workout. Imagine going from throwing punches to pondering your next move on the chessboard. It's enough to make your head spin. A chess boxing match consists of 11 rounds, alternating between 4-minute rounds of chess and 3-minute rounds of boxing. You can win by knockout, checkmate, or if your opponent runs out of time on the chess clock. I mean, how wild is that? You could be dominating the boxing ring, only to get schooled on the chessboard in the next round. It takes a special kind of athlete to excel at chess boxing. You need to be physically fit and mentally sharp, able to switch gears between two completely different disciplines. This unique sport was invented in 1992 by a Dutch performance artist named Ipe Rubing, who was inspired by a comic book. It quickly gained a cult following and has since spread to countries all over the world. There are now professional chess boxing organizations with athletes competing for titles and championships. So if you're looking for a sport that's both physically and mentally demanding, chess boxing might be right up your alley.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more crazy content. Comment below which sport you found the most bizarre. Was it the cheese-chasing chaos of cheese rolling, the sheer absurdity of extreme ironing, or maybe the strategic smackdown of chess boxing? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, stay curious, stay adventurous, and keep exploring the weird and wonderful world around us.